there, my name is Marisa McClellan, and I'm here today to make a small batch of strawberry jam. So we're going to start with one beautiful quart of in-season strawberries and give them a quick rinse. Once you give them just a quick little agitation in the water, you can start chopping them. Once you have all your strawberries chopped, you're just going to tumble them into a frying pan. So a quart of berries is about 1.5 pounds. So I'm using a ratio in developing this recipe. So I'm using 1 cup of sugar, which is 1/2 pound approximately. So it's a 3-to-1 ratio. Pour the sugar in on the berries. And we're not going to turn the heat on quite yet. We're just going to wait a minute or two. These berries are so ripe that the sugar is going to start to dissolve. It's going to pull out all the water from the berries, and we're just going to get a lot of nice syrup in here. Looks good. I'm going to turn on the heat and get our flame on high. And we're just going to start getting this to a boil as fast as possible. That's the goal, because the faster you can cook the jam, the fresher the fruit flavor will be when it's all done. Now, we have already got a lot of syrup in the pan, which is perfect, and the berries are starting to soften already. Now, as soon as they soften a little bit more, I'm going to head in with my potato masher, and what we're going to do is break them up. And the reason I didn't chop them finer is that the potato masher is actually a more effective tool than dicing the berries, because what it'll do is it'll allow us to introduce more of the flesh of the fruit into the syrup, which is going to help thicken. All right. And it smells amazing already. All right, so our jam is almost done. You can see how it's gotten darker in color. It's really glossy. The foam is starting to dissipate. And as I stir, it stays where I put it, a little bit more than it had before. So I'm gonna add just 1/2 lemon's worth of juice to this, just to balance the flavors. Make sure that it's not too sweet, because as we've cooked concentrated all those sugars, it can get really sweet at this point. But another way you can tell that your jam is nearly done is that you run your spatula through it and you hold it up and you watch how it drops off the spatula. That you have these wide base droplets that hold on for a while. And that's it. So we're going to pull out a jar from our canning pot over here. So we're going to grab one of our pint jars. So I'm going to grab my wide mouth funnel, which is designed to fit neatly into a mason jar. And we're just going to live dangerously and pour right from the pan. All right, so we're just going to put our lid on and then take our ring and just tighten it down. And I'm going to use my handy dandy jar lifter and just tuck this guy right into the canning pot. Once it's finished its 10-minute boil, we'll take the jar out. It'll seal, and then it's done. My name's Marisa McClellan, and I'm the author of 3 canning books, Food in Jars, Preserving by the Pint, and Naturally Sweet Food in Jars. And this is one of my favorite techniques for making quick batches of jam.